This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Barnes and Leslie, we have already qualified someone today for this big When We Were Young Fest going on in Las Vegas. Going to take care of you with airfare, hotel, killer bands like Blink-182 and Weezer. Another chance to get qualified is coming up on The Steve Show.
The Steve Show. Hey, you know what's happening this weekend? 99X free day out. Saturday, Gin Blossoms, Josh Joplin Group. That'll be like old times. Major featuring Holden Fincher from Marvelous 3. We're going to be at Northside Cherokee Amphitheater in downtown Woodstock. And as I said, it is completely free. If you want to know about some VIP freeloader perks, download the brand new 99X Freeloader app.
What is the furthest that you have traveled? And I'm talking to you, Leslie Fram, and I'm talking to anyone within, can hear the sound of my voice. And our number, by the way, is 470-741-4999. What's the longest you've ever traveled, like a road trip? Could be air, could be drive, for a concert.
Well, there was an international one. That was probably the furthest. That was 2000. I went to the Glastonbury Festival. I think 1999, 2000, one of those years, to see that band Travis, UK band that I loved. So I would have to say the Glastonbury Festival. What about you?
I would say the longest was official business because a bunch of people wrote into 99X, early 90s. Like this was probably 93, trying to get Peter Gabriel to come here. And I took all the letters, like talk about old school. And people thought it was just a bit. They were actually the letters that people had sent in. And we took it to Peter Gabriel and went to the show in England, in London.
I totally remember this.
Yeah, that was early.
And whatever happened with that?
He came and did the show at the Omni.
That is crazy.
I even thought I was doing it, and I thought, is this some sort of bit? Like, why are we actually doing this?
And it worked.
And we actually did take all the letters. I went up in front of him and handed him a bag, like the old school mail bags. He probably lit that on fire real quick. It's like, all right, put Atlanta on the list.
Yeah, all my Springsteen fans now, they're all going to Italy and, of course, France to see Bruce.
Look at Jimmy. When I was in France a couple of weeks ago, he was in Marseille, which was an interesting place for Springsteen to be, I thought.
Yeah, he was in Marseille, and I knew people that went to that.
Yeah, but Jimmy goes all over the place. I want to, just alone for Bruce, I know he's gone to Canada. I don't know how far he's gone. Hey, Morning X, good morning. Who is this?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, pick up that phone.
Hey, Jennifer.
Hey.
There you go. Hey, what's the longest road trip you've ever taken for a show?
Atlanta to Covington, Kentucky, which is about 452 miles to see They Might Be Giant 2 nights in a row.
Oh, nice.
That's not too bad. Under 500 miles.
It's a good road trip.
Yeah.
Why didn't you fly?
Because it was incredibly expensive. It cost me $87 in gas.
Oh.
For round trip compared to $600 flight.
Yeah, sometimes those shorter flights are more expensive.
What year was this?
Last year.
Oh, last year.
Good for you, Jennifer.
Well, at least you got 2 shows out of it and not just drove all that way just for one.
Yeah, and it's just, just shy of Cincinnati, and I have friends up there, so I made a whole week out of it.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good one. We'll see you later. And some of them these days, you'd have to tempt me. It'd have to be really good to go on a massive road trip. Because we get so many. Look at Atlanta, just in the last year alone.
I know, but sometimes people don't come, they do something really short, and they only hit 5 or 6 cities.
I think a lot of people come to us from all over the world to see shows. Hey, Morning X, good morning.
Hey, who's this?
This is Matt Brown.
Matt, where are you calling from?
Right now, I am in Bryson City, North Carolina, about ready to get on a train.
Oh, nice. We like the streamers.
Okay, we're talking about your longest, what's your longest road trip for a concert?
My flight was from Atlanta to Vancouver.
Who'd you go see?
We saw Jane's Addiction with Smashing Pumpkins.
What year was this?
That was November 2 years ago. So what, that's 23?
Towards the end. Was there any reason you chose Vancouver, or was it just that just happened to be the time you could go?
It was part of the time, but Vancouver ended up being the halfway point for my high school buddy from Florida to fly from Florida, and halfway from my cousin who lives in Maui Vancouver is our kind of halfway point.
Yeah.
What kind of condition was Perry Farrell in?
Much better than his last performance, for sure.
Good thing you saw them then.
Yeah, they were the reason. They were who we wanted to see. I had seen them back in like 1991 up in Massachusetts, and that was the last time I'd seen them until this past concert.
That's an interesting angle. You kind of made a reunion out of it, and you look for a point in between everybody. That's a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely. We're trying to come up with the next one. My cousin just threw out Foo Fighters in October in Japan.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ooh.
We'll see if that one pans out.
That's a haul.
That's not halfway, though.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep, so we're trying to figure that out now. But November tends to be the best time for all of us to be able, between kids and work, whatnot, November tends to work out.
Well, appreciate you streaming us up in North Carolina. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was streaming everywhere I go.
Thanks a lot. Have a great day. We'll see you later.
All right, y'all, take care.
I love that. Stream us everywhere you go. Take us with you.
What a great commitment, too, to get together with your friends for a great
I
concert.
had not thought of that angle. Hey, Morning X, good morning. Who is this?
Michelle.
Michelle, what's going on?
So I, back in probably 2006, 2007, me and a couple of my friends traveled from Georgia to Tulsa, Oklahoma to see Hanson twice.
Just because that's the motherland, aren't they from there?
They're from there, yeah, that's their motherland. So they have like Hanson Day. They still have it to this day. I haven't been in a few years, but people still do it all the time. So
Ooh, I have a Hanson Day.
It's very troubling that
they have a Hanson Day.
in the last 3 months, Hanson has been mentioned on our show multiple times in multiple different conversations. Do you know our connection to them?
Yeah, I remember listening back in the day. So yeah.
But we allegedly had them on, but it wasn't them, and it was this big elaborate bit, and we got in a lot of trouble for that one.
Right.
We got in lots of trouble.
Now you got to get them on for real.
They don't want to come on. They might laugh about it now. I mean, they got $50,000 for it, so
For sure.
Yeah, they might laugh about it now.
Yeah, no kid. Did you didn't happen to bring that up when you were at the show? Have you met them before?
Yeah, I've met them a couple times. So
Let's not bring that up. That's part of our dark past.
yes,
Leave that one alone.
they would find it funny nowadays, I'm sure.
I think they would. I mean, if we had them on, I would definitely bring it up. They probably don't even remember what the radio station was. They just know they got paid.
I'm sure.
And I think they would think it was funny.
Yeah, now they would, I think.
Definitely, they have good sense of humor. So
At the time, their dad didn't, Barnes, but
Oh, their dad did not.
that's another story.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
thank you guys. Bye.
Thanks. Have a great day, Michelle. We'll see you later. What's the farthest road trip you've taken for a show? We'd love to hear it. 470-741-4999. We are 99X.
Former U.S. Navy SEAL Sean Ryan captures real stories about sacrifice and strength.
We go into this hooch searching for Christ knows what.
Regardless if anybody else does it, will you do it?
There's a lot of things that are hurtful and disturbing.
Can't get anybody to talk about it.
Uncovering truth with the heroes who live to tell it.
There's a saying, there's no atheist in a foxhole.
That was the hardest part for you coming home.
What?
How'd you get through it?
I worked hard.
The Sean Ryan Show.
You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.